Hello, hello. How is everybody tonight? All right, so I am just going to do a quick stream here and going to be doing a quick little sketch here of Red Rooster by Mitch Breitweiser. So please join me for the next approximately a half hour or so. This is my warm up before I get started on working pages here. So sent some invitations out. Hopefully get some people popping in. Hopefully I don't sound like I'm yelling. So over here. Looks like there's a few other people that are live right now. On my channel. All right, I sent you the link. I see Shinobi's here, and all right, I gotta, Jim, if you go to your Twitter page, I believe I sent you the link. Let me. This one I did that. Let's see, Jim. All right, there it is. I think that's it now. All right, I think. All right, I'm slowly meandering my way through this. Now, I wish there's a chat here. The chat feature.
Hey.
Oh, I see Jim. Jim's.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Moderate success. I've got one in. Yeah.
Glad you did this. I just asked people on the Discord if anybody wanted to just live stream for the heck of it and just draw. But nobody knew how to do it.
Yeah, it's Jim. It's been a challenge, man. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So, so we're drawing the red rooster. You can draw Psylocke. I think that's what you're drawing there, right?
X23.
Yep. Yeah, X23. Oh, that's right. You said you were doing that. And that looks looking pretty good, Jim.
Thanks. Thank you.
So I'm doing Red Rooster. So
Red Rooster,
man, by Mitch Breitweiser and Elizabeth Breitweiser. So giving myself about 30 minutes ish, maybe longer, depending on how long this goes. But we're trying to do a warm up dry before I start banging away on this. But yeah, so what's up, Jim? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Looks like it's you and I right now.
Hi, my name's Jim. I'm a comic book and sketch card artist, freelancing it, trying
Nice.
to slowly get into the business.
So, Jim, can you tell us the trading cards that you've? He's actually done quite a few really big ones there.
I've
So,
I've done so many. For tops, it's been Star Wars. Let's see. There's Star Wars Masterworks, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, the lead up to The Last Jedi, the lead up to the actual movie series, Star Wars Black and White, blah, blah, blah. I did Solo, whole bunch of cards for them. Stranger Things Season 2, you
nice.
name it. Walking Dead, I did like probably 4 sets of Walking Dead series, different series. For Upper Deck, I've done the Marvel Premiere, Deadpool, Thor Ragnarok, X-Men, Ultra Fleer. Probably missing something in there. I've done too many sketch cards.
Yeah.
Too many. I actually stopped. I'm kind of like done with that. For those who don't know, the pay is garbage.
Yeah. Agreed.
But it's nice to know that you worked on a licensed property. But once that thrill gets done and over with and out of your system, yeah, unless you have a collector, which I do have a collector of my work, so I never have a problem of selling my artist proofs, and I get good money for the artist proofs, but it's just not worth the amount of time putting in. So, and I'd rather be doing sequential work and putting my focus on what I really want to do, which is sequential work. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I've done some of those. I did the anniversary Mars attack on the Martian
awesome.
set. So I did that. I did, gosh, I think maybe 300 cards.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid number.
Yeah. I couldn't even begin to count the number of cards. Like I've done for some of the series, I did 100 cards. Some I did 50 cards. Some I did 75 cards. So it's just too much to count. Like I said, it was nice to work on the properties, but in the long run, the time spent on it for so little money, other than my artist proofs, it's just not worth it. Just for me. For me, it's a good. I think it's a good starter. I think if somebody wants to have some work published, and you're good at doing likenesses, because Topps really likes the likeness, because a lot of their licenses are like Star Wars or Walking Dead, where you have to have the ability to do likenesses. Upper Deck tends to do more of the other, and then there's Cryptozoic as well. I did a series for them. The Outlanders, I think the television show. I knew nothing about the show. Nothing. Like I never watched a single season episode. Couldn't tell you who anybody is. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll draw it. Just send me a bunch of reference.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Yeah, I did a football Heroes once for Leaf. That was a lot of fun. The worst part is that you see the what the cards make after you turn them in.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, why couldn't they pay me that? It's like
or
these
somebody
cards are going for like $60, $70.
Or somebody, or somebody does something.
One that went for like $100.
Yeah. Here, or some collector tries to flip one of your cards for, and I'm not kidding here, 10K.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody tried to flip one of my cards for 10K. Now, it was a wood burned card. It was the very first set that I'd ever done. It was Star Wars Masterworks, and they actually had wooden cards. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do wood burning. And I did this huge puzzle set for the thing. Like, I did a bunch of Jedis, and it was all linked together, and they were all wood burned, right? So I was really heavily into it.
Yeah.
And somebody actually tried to flip one for 10K.
Jeez. I think I saw you working on that. Then I heard about that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy!" And
I
listen, real
know.
quick, Jim, I just want to give a quick shout out to Tank
Yeah,
Ferret who joined
sure.
us, and
Hey,
I see also Shinobi Raccoon. Hey, Tank Ferret, let me know if you want to get in. I'll send you the link directly if you want. Same thing with you, Shinobi.
yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caesar's not going to want to listen to me for very long.
Wow. Word. I mean, hey, listen, I don't want to listen to myself for no, let's keep it real here, you know?
I know, like I live stream on Facebook because I really haven't figured out the whole getting it to YouTube. Well, I can do it on YouTube if I go through my computer, but I can't use my phone because I don't have 1,000 subs. It's really weird.
You got to
I
get
get
a
a
camera,
message.
dude. They're really not that expensive. And that was the same thing that was holding me up. So, obviously I wanted to buy something that was a good quality, 1080p or whatever.
Right,
And I
right,
just
right.
did some search on Amazon. I had a friend of mine that was using the Logitech 922 1080p, and this thing was on sale for like $72, which normally was like $140. I was like, oh yeah, I'm buying that like now.
Yeah,
And yeah, so definitely it's worth it, dude, especially if you're going to be doing this.
yeah.
Let me see if I can find uh, Tank Ferret here because I know that he wanted to come on. Let me go back over here again.
Oh,
So let me do
but
Tank
yeah.
Ferret.
So I go on to the I do the live stream on YouTube or not YouTube, on Facebook, and of course, I just start drawing, and it's just me there, and I just forget the thing's on. Literally, I get so involved with what I'm doing, I just forget that the thing's even streaming. Next thing I know, it's like an hour or two later. I'm like, oh boy. Sometimes people pop in and out, but for most of them, somebody will just pop in a quick second, they'll leave. But it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
funny.
right.
It's funny.
I think I almost screwed the pooch on that again. Let me get that link again. I almost sent Tank Ferret the wrong link. So let me oh. I got E. You're showing your face, buddy.
I know. It's just
Okay.
just a temporary thing.
Okay.
How y'all doing, man?
You're doing
Good. How are
good,
you?
man.
How are you?
We're doing good, man. Ooh, we got some great art going on over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'm trying to. Where the heck do I get the link for this? Trying to get the link over to. Oh, here it is, right up top. All right.
we got a Wapple's arm.
Yeah, Aguapo's on. All right. Aguapo's not doing too hot right now, though. All
What's
right,
going
hold
on, buddy? What's the matter?
Trying to get the link to copy. Is
What are you
that the
trying
link
to?
right in the Hangout bar right there?
That is, but you know what? If you go over to the Hangouts, right?
Yeah.
Like and you click on it, you should see like a little like a man silhouette with a plus symbol.
Yeah.
And you should be able to invite people. It should tell you how to copy the link from there.
Oh.
Or the easiest way I do it is through the address bar on top where it says https://hangouts.google.com, that hangouts, and then your hangout. You can copy that and paste it into wherever. That's the super easiest way.
Well,
But don't quote me on all that, I mean, I'm just saying.
Listen, I can use all the help I can get. All right.
That's why I joined.
I appreciate it. Because you know what? We're just
He knew you were
struggling
going to
and
be
bumbling over
swimming.
here right now. Listen, I meant to come on here and draw a red rooster, but I've been sitting here playing around trying to get people to come on here and join me for a little bit at least.
Yeah, you know what? We'll just do your show instead of doing mine because mine will start in about 15 minutes. So if you want to just stay on your show, we could do that. And just let people know that we need to come over here.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
I mean, because I've been wanting to support your channel as well. You've been on my show forever. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate that.
And it's only fair, brother. You know, I try to be a just man. And while you're doing that, they said E is here. Time for someone to read the chats. So let me look at what's going on. Jim O'Reilly says, "Hey, buddy, send me the link." I don't know who Jim O'Reilly is, but I'm pretty sure
Jim O'Reilly is on right now, buddy.
he's already here. Good. I'm sorry if I don't know you, Jim O'Reilly.
That's okay. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, I'm also a Jimmy. But hey,
all right.
So that's all good. Let's see what we got. Shinobu Raccoon says, "Cool. X23 drawing. I agree. It's amazing." Shinobu Raccoon saying hi to Tank. And it's MF and Jim O'Reilly. Fantastic work, says Tank Ferret. All right. Those Marvel trading cards got me reading books. The cards are awesome. Thanks to Wapo.
Thank you.
My eyes. Jake. What's up, E? They say E's here. Time to read the chats. We got that. Jimmy. Trusty Sidekick is in the house saying Jimmy. Hey, Trusty. Tank. Hey. So Tank and Trusty, we're gonna stay on a Wapo's channel. So the link is on the Hangouts already. Whenever y'all want to come, just direct everybody over here, and we're just gonna party and jam on a Wapo's channel with Mr. Jim.
Whoop.
And we'll see how long this goes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a day. I'll be on my channel on Thursday, though, El Wapo. Don't be trying to monopolize my time all the time now.
I would never think of doing that.
I'll be trying to take all my customers. Thursday sucks, so I'm not gonna make you quit because Thursdays are terrible. Thursdays are terrible to compete against everybody out there. But
there's a lot of people doing streams on that day. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't mind going on Thursdays and just braving the waters. So who's this Jim guy? Everybody seems to know him. He seems to be very important and famous and draws really good.
I think.
Say again?
I'm horrible. Don't spread those out.
He's don't let him sell you short, man. He's a talented dude, man. No doubt.
I could tell by the chat. The chat is super excited, and his X23 looks amazing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mess it up with watercolors.
Oh no! Before you mess it up with watercolors, do me a favor, scan it in.
You want me to scan that bad boy? I'll scan it.
Scan it in and send it to me because I would love to practice inking over it.
All right.
If you don't mind,
it up a little bit more for you.
You don't have to tighten it up. Just get it. When you're happy with it, and because I could work with what you've got right now.
Okay.
It looks awesome. I mean, I'm not a professional inker, but I do enjoy the process. So don't get mad at me if I mess it up for you.
I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. I like people practicing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Wapo sent me a couple of stuff, and he cried afterwards. But we patched things up.
He's sensitive. He's sensitive.
Yeah, he did. He cried like, "Oh my God, what did he do to my beautiful pencils?" I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
I remember putting that line there.
If you want, I'll blue line it for you.
No, you don't have to. I'm gonna put it on Digits. I have Clip Studio, and
I have Clip Studio as well. I can just change it to blue line for you and send you a JPEG.
You can do that as well. I don't
Takes
mind.
2 seconds. Click of a button.
I know. I taught Wapo that. He couldn't believe how simple it was.
I was like, I've been doing 18 steps to figure.
No, it's just a little square you got to touch.
Yeah.
So it's magic.
It's magical. And Wapo's like, hey, E, how do you change it to blue line? I said, I click this button. He said, for real?
I'm laughing because I went through the same thing.
I never went through it. As soon as I bought Clip Studio and I saw the two little squares, I clicked on it. Yep, that's what it does. All right, I'm good to go.
Listen, YouTube is my friend.
Yeah, but what I don't have is those artistic abilities you guys are displaying right now. That's some amazing stuff. That X23 looks beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a commission piece for someone. So they want
Trusty said he just got home, so he'll be joining in a little bit. That's all right, Trusty. Take your time, buddy. No rush, no worries.
Get some vittles.
Get some
We don't want you
vittles.
passing out.
Yeah, I just actually finished eating with my wife, and we did a quick Bible study session. And then I said, Guapo's trying to take over my time slot. I can't afford that. Let me jump on his channel. And I'm just kidding. I said, you know what? Let me support the man. He's been.
I was trying to give him respect, man. I said, I'm just gonna go on for half an hour.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to quit on my account, brother. You on now. If y'all want to, and then you want to jump on my channel afterwards, man, more than welcome. But if the flow is going, don't stop it on my behalf, please don't do that. Do not do that on my behalf, because the flow is going. And that X23, man, she's got volume. She looks good. Claws look good. Hands look good. Hair looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you. This one's a little,
but too bad they ruined the comic.
Yeah,
well, those things happen. It's a cycle of things. You get a good run, bet run, bet run, bet run, good run, halfway decent run, bet run, bet run, bet run. It's just a cycle. You can't. It is what it is on that, folks. We can't get upset. I mean, we can. We're fans, so I guess we have the right to be upset.
We can get upset a little bit.
Yeah, well, we're the ones that put the money in the pockets of the Marvel, right? And DC and IDW and Image, Dark Horse,
But I mean, I get it. I know they're trying to experiment with different things and what they trying to get the pulse of the country, the pulse of the fan base. But there is something to be said for incrementalism.
Right. Like, don't do it all at once. Can you ease us in? It's like going to the doctor when they got to check your prostate. You just, you're like, doctor, could you just be gentle? Just,
just try to relax.
That's all I ever ask of my doctor. Just be gentle.
Just be gentle. Luckily for me, all my doctors believe in the blood work test, so I've never had to experience that embarrassment. They just draw my blood and keep it moving.
Let me just say this. If we can land a rover on Mars with pinpoint accuracy, we can find a different way to do the prostate exam.
I'm telling you, my doctors do it through the blood work.
Just look into it.
Yeah,
no. Can find a better way.
Yeah, my doctors actually use blood work. They just pull my blood out and they look for a certain enzyme, and they say it's way more accurate than the traditional.
Does that work
method.
for everybody though?
Yeah.
Does that test work for everybody? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were like.
No. They say it's way more accurate than the old traditional method.
Huh. Well,
I think a lot of people don't do it because of the cost associated. But my doctor always asks me like, "Hey, what do you want to do this year?" I said, "Blood work." For real, huh? I said, "Yeah, for real." Yeah, we're not that close yet. All right. I know you've been seeing me for the last 11 years, but I just don't feel the connection.
I gotta get to know you first.
I will never feel that connection.
Hey Jim, the moment it begins, you feel the connection.
Oh yeah, you definitely feel a connection then.
Yeah, when you hear the glove snap.
Well, we've devolved. This show has devolved already. I'm so sorry, people.
I know. Let's get off that subject.
I apologize.
How many viewers did we lose?
Bunch of old guys together. That's what it descends to.
Yeah, no, really. So, what'd you talk about last night on your stream? My posture, my posture.
Those things happen. I'm sorry about that though. Let's see. I don't know whose art I'm stealing today, but it looks good, so I'm stealing it. I'm trying to give credit.
Quick shout out to Lady Celtic,
Oh yeah,
a faithful El Guapo visitor to the chat stream. So thankful for her, or him, or they.
Bring them on. Bring them on. Bring them on.
So
All right, I'm going to scan this for you.
What's that?
I'm going to step away to scan this for you.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
All right.
You can get it to a Guapo, or you can get it to me. I don't, whichever one makes it happy. You know, I'll definitely. Okay. 5 covered by whom? It's to say who did it. CougarArtStore.com.
I'll send it directly to you. Just you can probably find me if we're not already on Facebook or something.
All right,
or I'll give
awesome.
you my email after the show or something.
Yeah. I definitely after the show I'll give you my email. All right, so I've borrowed Jim Lee's pencils. Ha! This is gonna be interesting. Jim Lee is super amazing. Shinobi Raccoon says, "I'm back." Hey, Wappy, did you want to invite Shinobi?
I'm going to send this to you 11 by 14.
Awesome.
All right. All right.
That's fine. However you send it, I'll receive it.
I put it right in there. If he's in your group, right?
No, he is an independent contractor. He never joins the group. He's just so hard-headed.
All right, so I gotta have him message me directly.
I already sent it to him.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and send it to him, and that way, you know. But Shinobi needs to be less antisocial and more group oriented. It makes my life easier when he is.
All right, so I was going with something else on that and didn't like the way it was going, so we're changing it up.
I thought you was drawing a dude in a cowboy ranch.
Well, I was gonna do that, but then I couldn't fit the cowboy boots on there. So
That's right. The cowboy boots are crucial, man. Very essential.
No, this is a Red Rooster. Mitch Breitweiser's Red Rooster that I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, I saw the title of the video. I was like, oh, Red Rooster. I tried to do a Red Rooster. It came out horrible. I'm pretty sure Mitch doesn't ever want me to draw his character again.
You slay your own self so hard.
I'm my own hardest critic, man. I am indeed. Yeah, the Red Rooster is nice though, man. I drew a whole bunch of little Red Roosters, but that was, you know, in my infant stages. I don't know if I could do a better job now. It'd be nice. It'd be interesting to see.
Right. Sometimes I forget what the heck this character looks like here.
Yeah, he's got a half mask, open from the nose down to the chin, like a little red fin on top.
Yeah, it's the peacock or whatever
like a rooster.
Gallo, they call it.
Yeah, the comb in Americanish.
Yeah, well, we're talking Americanish only because out of respect.
Yeah, well, we got to do that sometimes, you know, the host country and whatnot.
All right. Scanned in for you.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude. And
300 DPI.
Whoa. It says, the lady Celtic Moon says, at El Guapo Comments, can you ask the guys if they ever use a mouse pen to draw on PC, not the tablet things? And for me, negative. Oh, I sent you the wrong link. My bad. For me, that would be a negative. I use the tablet, Helion digital tablet, which is something that I like a lot.
I use the same 22-inch Union.
Yeah, they're amazing, right?
Yeah, awesome. But it less cost than my 13-inch Cintiq.
Yeah, and just as good in my opinion. You got the one with
Yes.
the rough
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah. Mine comes. It's got the 10 hotkeys. I forget which series it is.
Oh yeah. So you have
Comes with 2 pens. So one's
Yep.
always charged. It's never run out.
No,
always
yeah,
keep one.
I got the same one. I got the 10
Okay.
hotkeys, and it's got like the textured glass, so it's a little
Yep.
rough, like paper.
Yep.
And,
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Because like at first I started on my Surface Pro, but the glasses were so smooth, I just couldn't. It just felt odd for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That tactile feel of papers, you still kind of want that as much as you can get it.
yes, sir.
Yeah. It'll never like replace paper, but
No.
for me, I use it mostly for inking. Like
Yeah.
I'll do my pencils and then I'll scan them in and I'll use it for inking. Because I really hate the ink. I hate inking.
Yeah.
Draw in here. Hi guys.
Hello.
Who just jumped in?
What do we got?
You just invited me. This is Scott. Scott
Hi,
Leach.
Scott.
Scott Schmear.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah, you popped me a link. I thought I'd drop in.
I
Yeah,
popped you
appreciate
in.
it, Scott.
Somebody dropped me a link.
That was me.
Right
How's
on.
it going?
Hey, there's Shinobi.
I'm just drawing the X-Men. I got
Hey.
Wolverine
That's a-
and I got
Yeah, that's a
Cyclops,
really cool S23.
Angel, and
Thank you.
Storm in there.
All right.
That's what I've got going on right now. Just because I don't know.
That's a crazy Wolverine.
Yeah, he's all hairy, huh? I remember when they used to draw Wolverine all hairy, really hairy.
Yeah.
John Byrne days right there.
Yeah, I like that. That was my film. That was my days. I was born in '66, so I've been looking at this stuff for years.
Wow.
Wolvie.
I'm old for it, dude.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
me by 3 years.
Right.
Who's inking the? Is that Jim Lee?
Yeah, it is Jim Lee.
Nice.
At
Oh,
least
wow.
it will. At least it was till I got a hold of it.
I am in a chat with who?
Hi, Jim O'Reilly. Nice to meet you.
Hey, oh my gosh, yeah, yeah, nice to meet you too. Right on. Holy cow. What do I say to that?
Just say
Hey, so-
hi.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi,
Hey, you
hi,
want to do the introductions?
hi, Jim.
It's really simple. And so we got Scott.
What?
So
What? Wow. I'm gonna. Wow. Okay.
Scott, just relax. Jim is just a guy who can draw
I'm just a
really,
dude,
really
man. I
well.
cut my
I'm just
pants
a
on the
guy
same way as
too,
everybody else,
but
and I hate all my artwork.
Yeah. Just relax,
Breathe.
man.
Well,
Relax. You're gonna make him uncomfortable.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just breathe.
You're gonna make Jim uncomfortable.
I have COPD. I'm gonna cry, dude. This is awesome.
Don't cry over me.
Well,
know,
Cry
right?
over El Guapo.
I've been watching you guys on Drawn and Quartered for like months and months and months and months, and wow.
Well, you got me beat because I don't watch it. So
Thank you.
See, this is what happens on El Guapo's channel. I make dreams come true.
I gotta wipe my eyes.
There's your tagline.
yeah, Wapo making dreams come true.
Hey,
One
this
at a
is
time.
it's all about the beautiful
I
life.
mean,
Making
That's
dreams
what El
come
Guapo's
true
about,
through
the beautiful
comedy.
life, baby.
Wow. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
Scott.
you recovered now there, Scott?
I'm calmed down now.
You good now? All right.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so on behest of the host, let me introduce the panel. We have Jim, we have Shinobi Raccoon, we have El Guapo, and we have myself, E. Ortiz. And welcome to El Guapo Studios. And eventually, we're gonna get Scott to calm down.
I'm calm. I'm calm.
He's good. He's good.
You know, just relax, buddy. Just relax.
This is me right now.
I know, but I'm pretty sure Jim is very, very flattered, but you're gonna make him nervous.
Sorry.
No, I'm very humble. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Jim is very humble. Hey,
Yeah.
so I did have an experience like that today. I was not actually home for this, but I had a gentleman that was dropping off a couple of sketch covers that he commissioned me to do, and he came in with his daughter. So my wife was kind of giving him a tour of the place, and he comes into my new studio, and it was like he entered into Valhalla, and my the guy was freaking out over all the art that's on the walls, all the my pictures of people that I know, my studio setup, and he's like, I don't feel worthy to even be in this room. Look at
I
and
know, right?
his daughter was tripping out over all the different art that I had, and just even like the sketches and stuff. She's, I've never seen a comic book page being created before, and I mean that's
cool.
pretty awesome, man. That's
cool.
what I'm saying. As artists, as creators, we have a strong impact on people, and that's why really it's we really need to take that treat that so tenderly and gently, and
Right.
not be a jerk, just kind of just be a good person, help people, because and listen, I geeked out, over my personal art heroes, and John Byrne was not a good experience, but the other ones were, and so we need to be mindful of that because we never know who's watching, and we want to make a good positive influence.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. I can go with that.
Yeah.
I think Scott's still a little tongue tied, right?
We broke him.
We
You broke me right now. I'm broken right now. Wow.
I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I gotta get some clean water and clean off my palate,
Don't leave.
which is upstairs. I'll leave the picture here, but
He's doing some live watercoloring tonight.
I'm gonna be watercoloring this bad boy or girl.
So there you go.
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
That is nice.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah, since somebody
Good
brought
stuff.
since somebody did the Red Rooster, I wanted to show. For some reason, it might be on another flash drive, but I do have it on my Deviant page.
I don't know who I'm gonna do next. No.
All right, well let's see what you got there.
Ooh, my bad. To do next, man.
Okay, so we're on you right now.
You're
I dig it. Shinobi Raccoon facing off against the Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not too long ago, I had a concept of the. When I was going by Samurai Raccoon back then, have this character face off against different Comicsgate characters or sometimes their creations. And since Red Roosters was one of the first ones to be advertised at the time, I did this one.
So I see that Shinobi Raccoon or Shinobi Samurai at this point, I think, is going after Red Rooster. Is it because she's a villain or she doesn't understand who the Red Rooster is?
She probably this was a period. Well, this was a period where I was trying to get a good feel of as what Comicsgate was. To me, at this point, it was a bunch of people with. It was more or less a tongue in cheek. It was more or less a tongue in cheek thing at the time, and they actually dug some of the stuff I was doing.
Right.
Hey, y'all, hold on for 1 second. Unbeknownst to everybody in here, there is one Manny the Belt, aka Manuel Correa, aka the Hawaiian Tsunami, aka the creator of Skunk Girl. How you doing, Good Dog Press?
Yo.
I'm doing fine, just waiting my turn. You know how it is.
I know, but if I see people jump in and I catch it, I like to make sure people know that they're here.
Hello, I'm back.
I can dig
Manny,
it.
want to thank Manny for joining the El Guapo studio stream.
It's always good to go on a news show. It's fun.
Crazy, man. Just
Fun,
Hello,
fun.
hello.
wow.
Yeah, well, you came in at the right time because we didn't start off too good.
What happened? What happened?
Manny, I don't know. Hey, you want to shed some light? Quick, real quick though.
You're gonna have to watch it, man. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have
Well,
to watch it. Okay.
let's see. El Guapo was having problems sending links. Then we got links sent out. Scott Schmear had a heart attack, a panic attack, and a
You ain't
nervous
kidding.
breakdown over Jim O'Reilly. Jim Riley.
What?
You invited me to your stream. What are you talking about? All of you guys, man.
You know, and Jim tried to be humble about it, but it got awkward. It got awkward for a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We finally calmed them down, and now we're back on track. And
Now
that's
I'm
it.
drawing again. Okay.
Oh, dude, am I going to be entertained?
Oh, you're gonna be very entertained. Are you not?
You missed the whole segment. You realize
Wow.
in that recap,
Yeah.
the most important segment.
Yes.
The segment about certain area
That's
that
right.
needs to be checked.
Oh, yeah. And we talked
Yeah.
about enlarged prostates.
Yes. Because Manny, El Guapo Comics and the El Guapo Studios is all about being as beautiful as you can be. And that means being beautiful inside and out. So, dudes, make sure to check yourself once a year.
All right. Shinobi, put your artwork up on the wall. Your inked artwork.
The skunk girl I just inked?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's up here.
Okay, let's see. Lady Celtic Moon or Celtic Moon says, "Scan. I want to practice too, please." Okay, guys, you use the PC. Do you do art mouse, pen, or tablet? Tablet. We all do tablet.
I have the X Pen. I think that was that's I was using the Wacom
Oh boy.
X Pen guy right now.
XP pen.
So I just want to take a moment real quick, and that's I want to give Manny the stage here. So I'm gonna lightbox Manny's fan art page real quick.
No,
And,
no. White box me about 5 minutes. I'm putting more artwork on there.
Okay, all right. Because I want to give you the opportunity to talk about the Skunk Girl.
Let me finish this up. I got a few more pieces that came in last night.
In the meantime, Jim O'Reilly,
Hello.
as briefly as you can. I know it's kind of a secret project to a certain degree, but can you talk about that project you're going to be working on?
Working on a 130-page graphic novel with Ron Fortier. Ron is a pulp fiction writer, as well as writing other comics. I think he's notably known for Alex Ross's first work, The Terminator Burned Earth, in the 90s.
Wow.
You guys know who Alex Ross is. So him and I are working on a 130-page graphic novel. It'll be released on Amazon through his publishing company. So I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of set in the 1930s, kind of mobster / horror. Best I can give it away without giving it away.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So Ron is he's an awesome dude. I actually hooked up with him. I've worked on a few things for him. I've done some spot illustration for some of his books that he puts out, the pulp books that he puts out, and so I hired him on to write the story of a gin and tonic, and the dude took my my 10-page treatment and just banged out like a 96-page story, and the thing is amazing. I can't wait to get started on it, but obviously we got to finish Chongo first. So he did an amazing job, and I just happened to be just live streaming one day, and in the chat, Ron popped in there, and he actually had been thinking, man, I gotta find an artist to work on this, and he's like, well, God, you'll know who the artist is, and who pops in on the stream? Jim O'Reilly. So we did a quick introduction, and They exchange emails and exchange resumes, and next thing you know, they're working together. It's awesome. That's the magic.
Yeah, that's the magic.
And that's the magic of El Guapo Comics. Because what we do is we bring beautiful things to life.
Bringing people together.
Yay.
Bring people together. Oh,
Yes, I do. I do have to give credit to El Guapo.
I don't want all the credit. You got the credit. I just
No.
I give the credit
I'm
to God
serious. I'm
because He
serious.
put that together.
I am totally serious. I'm serious. If it wasn't for you having that stream, we wouldn't have hooked up probably. So, I thank you for extending the invite and listening to me babble.
It's great when opportunities like this come up.
Or you never know.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Who knows? Skunk Girl, the second book, gonna be coming out at some point after this campaign. I love drawing Skunk Girl. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I love all the Skunk Girl fan art, that's for sure. Anything and everything is appreciated. It really is humbling. You know, it's so awesome to see all this outpouring coming towards us.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's well deserved, Manny. Well deserved.
Well,
We've been working hard on this we've been streaming together for like 6-7 months.
yeah.
That's a long time to stream together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been-
I'm just trying to listen, guys, because yeah. What have I got to tell you guys? Come on.
No, you never know what you have. Hey,
Hey,
you never know what you may say that people don't know that you know.
right.
So
Sure.
never just think like there's nothing you can put in. I mean, even if it's something that we knew but have forgotten briefly, or more like a Wapo and Good Thought Press and Shinobi and those of you that have been doing this for years and years. I am
Well,
just a
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm just a hobbyist who started drawing
That's
about
me right there.
6 or 7 months ago.
Hey, everybody starts somewhere.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
I just say,
And-
you know what? I'm gonna get on this gravy train and start drawing again. Y'all inspired me to get back to drawing.
Boom. That's what it's about right there. Like I love inspiring people. I love when people tell me, you know what? I started drawing because I watched one of your streams. I'm like, that's so cool. You know, that's
Yeah.
Well,
that's
that's
like
that's
why
me.
I love that.
Exactly what you're saying there. I'm that guy. I started doing this because I started watching you guys on Drawn and Quartered.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't watch that show.
Why not?
Sorry, I just don't.
I don't have to agree with somebody to like their to create.
No. I don't watch that show because it conflicts with my lifestyle. Like Wednesdays is church night for me, so I'm not giving up church for Drawn and Quartered.
Well, I was just wondering because I mean some people give Mike a lot of flack because of
I don't have a problem with Mike.
I don't either. Just do it.
Yeah.
Mike's doing
mean,
his thing. Leave him alone.
I don't bother Mike that much. I mean, there was only really one thing he did that rubbed me the wrong way, but that's history.
That rubbed me the wrong way.
He can do that. So people can do that.
But that's history.
Yeah,
I don't even
I
think
I
haven't
finally
told him
got
about it.
I finally got Lone Star. So all my problems with Mike are done.
I can't afford it. I just can't afford it. I don't make the money.
Yeah, but if you could, you would. I mean, I just do it because
Indeed,
no.
I would have Packin's Land. I would have your book. I'd have everybody's freaking book if I could afford it.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
I actually do my best to support everybody, and
I'm
my
a
wife
poor
gives me
guy.
the
Yeah.
my wife
I mean-
gives me the evil eye.
Well, just look at it this way: if you can't back the book yourself, you can always share the link so
Yes.
somebody who
Well, I try to do that.
so the next guy could do that.
I
Yes,
try to do that all the time.
Good.
that's cool. That's appreciated.
And see, and this is where I come in with my. See, this is where I was talking to you about the other day, Manny. This is my theory on a lot of things. Okay, this is just E. Ortiz's theory. Don't get mad. It's not going to be the law of the land or anything like this. Okay.
Yeah.
I was telling Manny that once he does his campaign, once it's fulfilled, and all the physical books have been handed out, right? Since you already have everything needed to go digital, to put it on Comixology as floppies, instead of pushing it all out as a 60-page graphic novel, just break it into small bite-sized digestible reads on Comixology or Kindle or whatever. So those people that wanted to get it, that didn't have the 20, 60, $80 or whatever, you can say, hey, the book it's maybe a month later. Like, it's like the movies to DVD. So okay, so it takes an extra month before you get the book on digital through Comixology or Amazon or whatever. But you're paying $1.99 for a floppy size digital content, and if they like it, they'll buy the next part. If they don't, they won't. But at least give the people an opportunity to be able to appreciate your work and buy it in another medium. Now, I'm not saying give away your digitals on your campaigns, pirating or whatever, but I just really, really, really strongly believe that a lot of people in this community really want to do more than just do word of mouth. They want to actually support you. They actually want to buy the book, the product, and have it, and I just think that if people would do that, like even if it takes an extra month, like, hey, the month is up, I'm putting Skunk Girl in 3-part series on Comixology. It's gonna be $1.99 per book. I'm pretty sure people like Scott or whomever. I'm sorry, Scott, I'm not picking on you.
Yeah.
Or whomever, can say, oh, you know what? I could do $1.99 on Comixology, and I could do $1.99 or whatever the case may be,
Well,
but I just
if
think,
you're on your third, like the third series or your third book, like Jason Brubaker does that. Like when he put out Sithra, once he got to like volume 3, he started discounting his first volume.
Right.
Can I say something? Is that watercolor that you're doing right there?
Yeah, it's watercolor.
Right on. Yay.
Right over paper, right over pencils.
Yeah.
There'll be no inks.
Nice. Yeah. I was thinking of doing that very same thing with this X-Men right here. We'll just go right over it with what I don't know, man. I don't know.
It blends.
Yeah, make sure you have good paper.
It'll get rid of all this cross-hatching I've been spending.
I usually lighten the pencils up a little bit with a gum eraser, but here's I don't know if you can see the thing.
I saw that the other day, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
That's just watercolor right over pencils.
And I'm talking to you.
There's no ink on that.
And I'm talking to you. That's even more amazing. I don't care about the painting or the drawing right now. I'm talking to you. That's amazing.
I'm just experimenting. It's like my 4th painting. So
badass.
I'm playing around.
Yeah, it's okay to play around with things.
That's it.
Well, you want to experiment. You never know. Stretch yourself artistically.
Yeah.
You learn things.
Yeah.
As you're testing,
And don't buy like the most expensive product. Like this is a cheap set of watercolors I'm using.
Yeah, I go to the 99-cent store. That's where I got all my stuff.
Wow.
Just don't start out expensive. Until you really like the medium, then go.
Then you can get the regular.
If I can afford it.
I guess it's like I guess it's like trying markers. I guess it's like trying markers for the first time. You just get the. No, mind you, I wouldn't recommend. Mind you, the matchup markers get a little sloppy, but still.
Right.
This has been a really good pen. This Pentel Side Effects 0.5. They're pretty decent. I like the button. You don't have to sit there and go up here to the top and click it.
Right.
Now, some products like Copics, once you use a Copic, you're really not going to want to go back to a knockoff. Right? At least I did. I didn't want to go back. So what I did was I saved up for an expensive set, and then I buy the refills, and you get like 12 markers out of each refill, and you get the refills for like $5.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the way to go about it.
That way you're not going joined by markers each time.
That's right.
That's what
you're
Josh does.
Yeah. And then like once I save up again, I'll get the second series of Copic colors so that I have like set A, set B, set C. I mean,
this
just
is a big,
work it slow.
yeah. I mean, it's something I've heard of before, but I guess I never really understood it.
Copics are good. They're a good brand.
I can't afford them.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's what do you want to put your money towards? Like
True.
if you buy a coffee every day, there's a Copic marker.
Yeah.
So it's how what's your end game? And can you, like, if you're drawing things and if you're lucky enough to get commissions, like a lot of my commission money goes for supplies.
Right.
So it's just like what.
Not that guy yet. Sorry.
Yeah, just start slow. Hey, I'm telling you, I wasn't that guy either, and I've only been back doing this for like 4 years now.
I'm still that guy.
So, I'm frugal. It's just like
Keep it frugal.
Wow.
that's it. But like I like these watercolors. I like doing this.
Yeah. Reminds me of a blend I did in college where I did marker,
There's Xavier. Yay.
where I did
Got his hand
gouache
there.
and color, where I mixed gouache with color pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have the piece anymore.
Gouache
Speaking-
is
Speaking of Josh and Copics, Mr. Josh Chris Hartz is in the house.
Josh.
What's up, Josh?
I'm gonna faint, you guys.
And on top of that, Adrian is in the house as well. It
Adrian.
is a full party
What's up,
over at
gentlemen?
El Guapo Comics.
Yeah, I saw you guys are over
Just
here.
trying to bring beautiful people together. That's all.
Yeah, so El Guapo went on, and instead of normally we go on and he drops off his show and comes on to ours. So I figured instead of making him do that, let's just go support him on his channel. He's been good. He's been gracious enough to come to our channels and share his wonderful work and his witty personality, and of course his amazingly great good looks.
I feel as if I'm just the greater shadow next to my other shadow.
And the
And
reason
greater, I mean as an older.
yeah, and the reason why I say I'm basically good looks, if y'all haven't heard, him and I look alike.
I'm an old guy.
So at Guapo Comics and I really look like we could be brothers for real. So that's why I say he is an amazingly handsome guy.
You're not lying about that, I'm thinking.
Because he looks like you.
Yeah, of
There
course.
you go. Right.
I wouldn't call myself ugly. So.
Yeah, right. No, he's the ugliest dude. Because no, you're not gonna do that.
No, I'm gonna say that. Hey, I'm gonna say, that's the most handsome guy I know. Besides, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, yo, who's that good-looking Rican? And that Pablo Romero out says,
Wait, what did you say?
"They say who's got good-looking Rican?" Pablo Romero says all Latinos are the same.
No, come on.
That's what Pablo said.
No.
Let's get Pablo in here. Can we fit him?
Yeah, you can fit him. I don't know if he's gonna come in. He has the link.
If you want a real guy in here, come on, man. You can throw me out. I'll just watch and come on.
What are you talking about? You're a real guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, one of your artist friends.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm fresh. I'm like a newborn.
Yeah, you are an artist friend.
But yeah. This is how you get exposed to people.
That's how you learn.
Yes.
Just don't copy me because I have no clue what I'm doing.
Right.
I've copied everybody. I've been trying to follow along with all of you guys for months. You don't mind, do you? You're not gonna like.
I ain't mad at you.
Hate me for drawing all your shit.
Nah.
Here, look, wait. Can I show some of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Funny thing. Are any of you guys familiar with Eglinton from I Love Comics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did a I
was
I
watching
did
the
a
other
I did a
day.
piece. Yeah, I did a piece. I did another piece with my character taking on a caricature of him as soon as he did a face reveal, and he uses that as his avatar.
Oh, is that his avatar?
Nice.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Because before he was using a Mr. Miracle chibi.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Sir.
want to give. Can we lightbox Adrian and just kind of introduce him to the rest of us? I'm not that familiar with Adrian, and I'm sure that other people would like to know a little bit more.
The only person that can white box anybody is you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up because I'm getting ready.
Knock yourself out. Is your
I'm
show,
sorry.
Papa? Your show. I'm just a guest.
Got it.
Adrian,
Yo.
you have the floor, my brother.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Stuff in this
I'm okay. I'm Adrian T2099 on Twitter. I have been in love with comics ever since I could remember. I've been drawing ever since I can remember.
Awesome.
My mom said that once I could pick up a pencil, I was drawing. I really started collecting comics around 12, though. I was drawing comics before I even knew what a comic was. I have two lovely daughters and a lovely wife.
Yay. Gotta be happy about that, eh?
Yeah, man. Can't beat that.
That's great.
And I am also a Christian.
Right now, there, Adrian.
I'm currently working on a project with Cassidy Blonde. He's paid me to draw a 10-page comic for him.
Nice.
Whoa. Awesome.
I've had a webcomic in the past, but yeah, I'm well out of practice, so it's fun. It's fun getting back into the whole thing.
Nice. Well, welcome to the El Guapo Comics Studio stream where everything is beautiful.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. I've become quite the follower of you since you were on Drawn and Quartered with me.
There you go, huh?
Thank
Right.
you.
Well, I've been following Guapo for a long time since watching Fan Edition. He would pump out like 3 or 4 badass drawings, while they're doing, and pop them in the draw along. Sorry about the language, my bad.
So we're so right here we're at about PG plus, only because I'm a former Marine and I know how salty it is. It can get. We just don't descend into just vulgarity.
Yeah, I was in the Navy. I got kind of a sailor vocabulary.
Huh. I've never heard of sailor vocabulary, but if drill sergeant vocabulary is anything, I guess they're
that
kind of
too.
similar.
Yeah, I've been told to drop. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good. We're not judging people.
No.
Here we're just talking comics, talking art.
Right. I'll curb my enthusiasm too.
Dude, I think you used it all up in like the first 3 minutes you were on.
Right?
Yeah.
When you were hyperventilating.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I was seriously concerned for you.
Well. Not every day that yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna go back to it.
Well, I had the same reaction to a certain degree, but with Jim's wife, Britt, because she's like really cool. She's like so much cooler than he is.
Yeah, she would tell you herself. It's true.
Yeah, nice. Es verdad. But So I got. I'm getting a little nervous here as I'm getting closer and closer to launching the Indiegogo here. We're down to about 2 weeks now, and I feel a little not quite prepared and very nervous. But we'll see.
What is your project?
So it's Chango, the Broken Veil. It's it's a comic about love, loss, redemption, and demon hordes. Um, so it features a Hispanic mother and son. I really went for that because I wanted to do a comic representing, my people, but also storylines that anyone could that anyone could have a positive reaction to. So everyone loves their mother, and relationships can be difficult. So we'll be looking at those in the process of the story, and all this is going to be kind of around a story of demons that are attacking us and influencing us, and a boy who may have the power to help those that are being oppressed. So
Interesting.
Sounds cool.
How many pages are you gonna put out?
so the first arc is 2 chapters in one. It's 56 pages. And then the rest of the story is another 48. So 94 total.
Hey,
That's
El
pretty,
Wapa,
that's pretty good size.
Yeah.
I have a request.
What's up?
Can you say what you said about my wife again?
Oh, about being awestruck by Brit was a lot more amazing than you'll ever be. That part?
Yeah, that part. She says hello.
Hey, Brit, what's up?
Figure she's going to bed. I'm sending her a high,
Yeah, on a high note,
high praise
absolutely.
there. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah, she puts up with me. Well deserved, right?
I think any wife that puts up with their artist husband is a well-deserved wife, probably.
Yeah.
My wife's a saint, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're the ones who support. We're the ones who pursue comics instead of getting a real job, according to some people.
What's a real job?
Well, I have a real job and I pursue comics.
Me too.
So do I.
I don't know what a real job is. I never had one of those ever in my life. So Lady Celtic Moon says, hey, Ortiz, ask everyone who's joined if they have shared and liked. Of course we have.
Of course.
We have all shared and liked. But in case anybody has forgotten to smash that like button, I'm going to need you to Hulk smash that like button for the Wapo Comics.
You guys retweeted my
Done.
tweet.
Give this wonderful man, who resembles me in all his good looks, a wonderful thumbs up.
Absolutely.
He's well deserved, and good overall guy, man. He almost caused somebody to have a panic attack today, but other than that,
I'm okay now, though, man.
other than that, he really means well most of the time.
I'm trying to bring people together, not bring people to the hospital, but
Right.
But no, you're good.
it's all good.
Couldn't be a better day for me.
Don't mind me. I just talk a lot.
Well, that's why we like to have you on there, Manny. So, let's see.
All right.
Let me see. I got. Let me see. I think. What is this? Mitch Breitweiser might have said something here. Let me go to the There we go. I got Mitch says, nice drawing of the red rooster. Thanks a lot. Thanks a
Awesome.
lot, Mitch.
Isn't it a good feeling when the guy who created the character you're drawing says, "I like your drawing of my character"?
Can't
That's a
beat
pretty good
that.
feeling.
It is.
You wanna treat these characters as special and as gracefully as with as much love as the creators did. That's why
Right.
when I was doing Manny's character, I was like, man, I probably redrew that pose a good 5-6 times till I landed on that particular pose, and Manny just happened to see me doing it, and it was pretty nice. Thanks, Manny.
Yeah.
Well, it was
I
your
know,
team.
right? I
And
was like amazed at that too. That
Yeah. My sketch didn't come easy either.
Well, there's a certain, and it's funny that certain characters, based on the original like source sketch, the artist will put something in there, and you know what it is, you sense it, and when you're drawing it yourself, you want to make sure you capture that essence. So
Right.
the thing that I saw with that character, it's kind of like mischievous, little naughty, in a playful way, but also means business. So that, like, I got all of that from the reference material. So that was really what I was trying to kind of embody in the drawing that I did.
well, you captured her essence totally. This is a beautiful piece that you got that I got on my screen right now. And this is Skunk Girl. You got her sass,
you bet.
her voluptuousness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't mess with her. That's for sure. Cool. Yeah. But I mean, the day that I was live streaming and Tank Ferret and ERTs told me, hey, you got to go check out this guy El Guapo. He's doing your Skunker. I'm like, well, let's go check it out. I was like, oh my Lord, it's so awesome. Cool stuff.
Thanks, brother.
Super nice, and I actually got it. I actually got the original.
Yeah, he does own the original.
Yeah, I own the original. I bought it.
Awesome.
Nice.
For sure.
I'm glad you got it, because there was a possible bidding war brewing.
Well, yeah, it would have been a bidding war between me and Tosspot. That's for sure. He and I have gone head to head a few times.
You nipped that in the bud real quick.
Yeah, I was lucky. I got lucky. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time he realized what was going on, it was already over.
Yeah.
Well, Rick kind of rushed it. I was surprised that he rushed it, because usually he lets it go for a while, but that one he just rushed it. It was like, okay, we're done. Manny gets it. I'm like, dude, Tosspot didn't even get a chance to bid. And
I think he was just trying to do you a solid, man.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is
he just wants me to buy his stuff. That's why.
Yeah.
He don't want me spending too much money on you, El Guapo.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Save your money, he says, right?
Right.
Unfortunate.
How's the chat going, man? We've been neglecting the chat. You got that Manuel Crayon there complaining about. Damn that guy.
Get down, cat.
Yeah. The last thing I saw was Pablo not being able to join because he's working on a page, which is okay.
Yep. You gotta take care of your own stuff. So, let's see. We talked to Jim. Shinobi, where are you on your world building that you were talking about for Shinobi Raccoon.
Okay, I definitely have. Okay, remember Thundar the Barbarian, where everything was like a post-apocalyptic world?
Yep.
Yes.
Indeed. Yeah.
It's actually it's kind of like that in some areas, and other areas they've managed to actually almost fully rebuild itself. So you don't get like some areas will have like wreckage, ruins of old cars and buildings, and others are more technologically advanced.
Okay, so that's where your world's gonna be. Your story's taking place in that.
Right.
And so, is there like an economy that has been set up? Is there any kind of government?
There's a monarchy.
Okay, I can dig it. And what's the structure of that monarchy?
Kind of like a. It's kind of like a the. It's like there's of course a king, and he has other and he has like noblemen who take care of who run the smaller regions within the kingdom.
Okay. Uh, anything is that anything reminiscent of Into the Badlands?
Something like that.
Okay. And so, how far along are you in that right now? In that process?
Um, I have an old script. I have an old script that I haven't used in a while, and I'm tweaking it so it fits that world.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So, what has been your biggest obstacle in this world building that you're doing right now?
Uh, at this point, it's kind of figuring out at what point did the collapse of the old world occur, and the time jump between that and where where not humanity, but the dominant civilization started to take root.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Anyone else do any kind of world building for a project of their own or that sort of thing? Any tips or tricks that you may have discovered along the way that you might want to share?
Well, go ahead.
Drawing hair, do it in clumps.
Damn it! Now I got to start over.
Damn it.
That's just me. That's just what I've noticed.
All right, so let's give the floor to Adrian for a sec, so he can.
Okay. Well, currently I'm also planning out a web comic of my own creation. And I'm in the world building stage somewhat there, but there's a lot of like really good resources out there teaching you how to write and stuff. If you look into them, there's a fantasy author named Brandon Sanderson. He finished the Wheel of Time series for Robert Jordan after he died. And he actually teaches at Brigham Young University. And he puts his lectures out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of really good tips from him. There's a podcast called Writing Excuses where you can get specific episodes that are about world building. So I recommend checking that out. For me, I like to start with character and then build out from there the world. So currently, like my webcomic is about a space archaeologist trying to figure out what caused the cataclysm of the universe.
Okay.
So like it takes place in a post-apocalyptic universe, not just one world, but multiple worlds are affected by
Huh.
cataclysmic event.
That's really one big collapse. I mean, usually it affects the world and it rebuilds from the ashes, but several planets had this problem and they're trying to rebuild itself.
Correct.
That's a unique approach to it.
That's
Yeah.
ambitious.
Well, and the way I'm gonna go about with the storytelling is much like Conan, in the sense that it's just random adventures that the character is going upon, and they may not be necessarily in order. It's much like how Robert E. Howard wrote Conan.
Right.
It's very well inspired by
Yeah.
retro sci-fi.
Right. That's good. That's kind of sounds so good. This way, the reader doesn't. That way, any newcomers coming in doesn't have to figure out where point A is.
Right. So that's that. Thanks for your input, Adrian. That's awesome. And the tips. Let me give Manny if there because he actually has created a world. I've seen the panels of the stuff that he's done for his story. He's actually getting ready to put that out. So, Manny, you got any advice or tips or anything for world building?
Take your time. Be methodical about it. Don't just throw something out and think, okay, this is good enough. Always, always, always change. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
This character, Skunk Girl, it wasn't created last year. It was remastered last year. I had this character for over almost 40 years. I created that character back in high school. Never did anything with it. And so happened an opportunity came up that, hey, they're talking about Squirrel Girl. Who's the Squirrel Girl? Hey, I got a Skunk Girl. That can do a parody. That's the furthest thing from my mind a year ago. I got other books that I already published that I thought I was going to go to Indiegogo with, but I just rode with the flow. I made a parody video. I put some stuff up on DeviantArt, and people were asking me when it's coming out. I'm like, maybe I should get into this Skunk Girl. And
I'm right there too, because I have stuff for Dark Matter. I've got panels and stuff that I've been like writing and and throwing stuff together, but I don't know if the water's ready,
Well, don't rush it.
That's what something else. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to jump into it.
Yeah, basically you want to take your time and get it right.
Yeah, look at what I did last night. I put up a remastered teaser trailer. It's the same video I did 8 months ago. I did this video 8 months ago. I redid all the artwork because it was a great idea, but the execution wasn't that great 8 months ago. It looks 1,000 times better now. I hope you guys go and look at that video. It's cute. It's only 48 seconds. That's it. Short video. And that's my best video so far. I've got the original video has over 1,800 hits.
Can you post the link in the chat?
I don't have the power to do that. I'm not a moderator. I'm not.
No, just asking.
Yeah, I would put it, but I don't have. I'm not a moderator.
Yeah, I kind of had to remind myself of that too, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. I'm on El Guapo's channel, and not this is El Guapo's stream, and not Edwin's."
Gotcha.
And for me, I got this Skunk Girl. She's super cute. She's super sexy. And look at all the fan art that I've accumulated over this past months. It's just
that's quite an achievement.
Which is awesome.
Well, I want to send you the one I did. I moved it back over. I moved it over to 11 by 14 poster board. I just haven't done anything else to it yet.
Okay, well, you're on the Wall of Fame.
No, I want to give the it to you personally.
Oh, put it up on auction. You don't got to give it to me personally. I'll buy it from you.
Oh, right. Well,
we'll talk later. Okay. I got to talk to you. I got to talk to Trusty.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, but for me, I've been working on this character for 2 years, and when I started out, she was a samurai warrior, and currently she's a ninja.
Cool.
So let's see. Trusty, do you have any comics that you have done, or any world building of your own, that any thoughts or ideas, or even such things that like character design, like that sort of thing? Because I think someone like Scott, I think we all could learn something from that. So if you have anything to share, by all means, please. That's what we're here to do, and Welcome
Yeah.
Studio, just make beautiful things together.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't really have anything. I never really did that. I've said to the other guys on stream before that I'm the kind of guy I really need a writer. I'm not the idea guy.
Yeah. That's okay. I work with a writer.
hmm Yeah, I was working with a writer, but I on a story, and it was a really, really good one. But my problem was at the time I could not produce fast enough, so it was on me. I'll accept that. So, I finally had to bow out and let him find somebody else that could produce work faster.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I mean, personally, I have a lot of ideas. I think that I can write. I mean, I've written articles. I've prepared sermons and stuff. I used to be an itinerant preacher back in the day, um, and so I've done a lot of writing. But writing comic scripts is it's a certain technique, is a certain way of putting it and structuring it together, and you have to be really intimate with it. And so, with me, I can come up with the ideas, the concept, I can lay out where I see it going. But as far as putting together that 22-page story, to explain my thought, that's a little bit more difficult. That's not
Yeah.
at this time. It's not in my wheelhouse to do that. And so, I have to surround myself with people that I know can do it, that want to work with me. And I'm fortunate that I've worked with some good writers in the past in my career, doing comics over the last 25 years or so. So I've been fortunate that way. But I totally get that. But as artists, we know what we can do, but we are idea people, and it's just a matter of like kind of just stretching yourself a little bit, going a little bit, deeper, going a little bit harder, and really kind of putting yourself out there. It's like that old adage: you can lift a 5-pound weight and get toned, or you can lift a 20-pound, 50-pound weight and get buff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Now I'm decent at editing. I mean, I'm a good writer as far as making things sound natural and having proper grammar and all. So if you ever want a proofreader, hit me up. I'm good at that part, but I need somebody else to come up with the big ideas.
Right.
I'll keep that in mind, Trusty.
Okay.
So will I.
Trusty getting work. Well, I tell you what, I need a flatter to flat something for me for a cover. Who do we know?
I would do it, but I'm kind of busy.
I know you're out of this equation, brother.
I'm kind of busy. Oh boy.
Yes, I understand perfectly.
Let's see.
I have somebody who can do it for like $10 a page.
I just need a cover.
Just a cover? Probably just do $10.
All All right, shoot me the.
I will. She's very reliable and it's a fast turnaround.
Okay. All right, there we go.
There you go, right off. Yippee.
What we do. That's how we do it. All right, so what are we at? We at about an hour and a half or so at this point.
Yep.
All right, so we got about another half hour here. So I'll try to get this done. In the meantime,
Jesus. Hold on.
anything else anyone want to share? Thoughts on being a creative? Thoughts on getting work, getting better? How do you get better? Things like that. Any questions? Anything to add?
Well,
I propose a question.
I would say how to get better is do like I have and watch everybody else that you know and try and even if you can't do what they're doing prettily, like be a Matthew Weldon or a John Malin on the digital side. Just try it because you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, practice. I mean, even at 52, I've been painting since I was a kid, but never so much a drawing. I've been drawing because of you guys, but like Bob Ross says, don't be afraid to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I would say open yourself up to other art forms, not just focusing on comic art.
Right.
Good thing to say.
Look at the classics, like the classic artists out there too, and learn from them. Like I love comic art, but there's an artist, Gustav Dorr.
Oh yeah,
I love him. He's one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amazing old master.
I'm a big Alphonse Mucha fan.
Oh yeah.
Who was that?
I
That
have
said
several.
that?
Trusty.
Yeah, Trusty. I hear you, man. That guy's pretty amazing. I can actually see the way that you throw down some of those lines.
Mm-hmm.
How you have there's a Muka influence there.
Cool.
So does everyone know who Alphonse Muka is?
Just for the sake of watching him, is James Reyes. Just for the sake of watching him.
Oh, that's who Rick was talking about earlier today.
Just for the sake of watching him. He's really. I watched him stream the 24 hours doing Ironmans. He did 50 Ironmans in 24 hours.
Wow.
Just amazing. I kept cheering him on, like, come on, dude, you can do this. You're amazing. You can do this. He was so tired, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone seen Peter Sametti's 5-minute sketches?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He bangs those out pretty quick.
I was like, wow, this guy could do all that in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I used to love it when he would stream those. He doesn't seem to have time for that anymore. But that was always fun when it was just him doing those 5-minute sketch cards.
There's like a website where they'll like time you, and you can do like reference sketches and stuff, and they'll do like 5-minute sketches to 20 or 30. It helps you with your speed.
Yeah, I would also suggest if you can do some live model drawing.
Definitely.
That's definitely helpful.
So yeah, those are all great things,
And yeah,
it's all about trying to get to that next level and really learn. Learning never stops. I'll be honest with you. I think that I think he was making a comment about things that he remembers versus things he's forgotten. And it's what you're focusing on. So like I have a regular job. I have basically two full-time jobs, my regular job and then the comics that I do. So I don't sleep much, but you get really good at things that you do over and over again, and you remember them, and but you gotta always kind of throw something new in there, so that it can improve what you're doing. I mean, I do that at my regular job. I try to do that in
Yeah.
my art.
I've got plenty of time to draw. I'm on disability. I can't work
I
a full time. I can't
see.
stand up and do a work at McDonald's. I just can't do it.
Right.
I've crushed my back at doing machinist work.
Oh, I'm
Tore off
sorry
my
to hear
arm.
that.
Yeah, I had a bad time.
Well,
I wish I could, but
sucks.
but that's all right. Life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta keep going. What we're here for, to keep going. Yeah, I think my skunk girl sketch is done, Manny. Where do you want me to send it?
You can DM me. Take a scan it and DM me, or take a picture.
Yeah.
Always appreciated.
Who's blue? Who did that? Whose blue line is that?
Which one?
Let's see.
Mine.
Yeah.
I did Rick's character this on my break. It's one of his characters that he does every week. So I try to support him, and
That's
I do
pretty
his
cool.
characters. I think it's called. Oh, what did they call it? Why am I blanking on what it was called? So I kind of sexed her up a little bit.
Mhm. I see that.
A little
I see that, as they call it in Spanish, the white caderas.
Okay, I see the anatomy now. I was confused because of the mask.
So someone said on your contest that she had that I gave her too wide of hips, but
Dude, doesn't matter.
No.
All shapes and sizes are appreciated at Good Doll Press.
I like wide hips. Man. I'm a wide hip liking kind of old man.
See, the Unbreathable Skunk Girl was watching this morning. She told me it's Shape. That's the character's name, Shape.
Yeah,
Shape, huh?
I drew it for him too. I threw it in my collage. Oh, I didn't show you. Well, you guys have probably seen. I don't know if you've seen it. The collage of stuff I drew. I got Earthworm Jim, and I put everybody in there. I stole everybody's character.
Jeez, Unbreathable Skunk Girl and
I
Lady.
got Skunk Girl in there. I got Joe King in there. I got Thunder Punch in there. I got Doom Kicker in there.
Dang, Scott.
It's full of. I even put out an open call. I said, "You got somebody you want me to throw in this thing?"
That's cool.
Yeah, come on, let me know. I'll throw them in there. There's like, I don't know, but it was fun.
I probably would have thrown mine in there, but
Who?
I'll
do
me.
it.
I mean, I probably would have, but I didn't have a definitive design at the time.
Who is it?
Shinobi Raccoon. Oh, the character's name's Cherry Blossom, but she goes by the Shinobi.
Well, I have no reference, so I would, wouldn't know what to do. So if I had a reference, I'd throw her in there. I have no problem with it.
That's why I didn't throw it in there.
Oh, you had no reference.
I have a reference, just not a definitive one.
All these X-Men I did here today, I didn't use a reference. I'm sitting here drawing these from memory. All those are from memory. My Phoenix, my Cyclops, kind of funny looking, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shinobi, I keep meaning to ask you, did you used to go by Samurai Raccoon?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In fact, some of the old Comicsgate guys still call me that, and
that's okay. It's like a friend of mine was Jose his whole life. and he came back from the Marines, and then his name was Romeo. I'm like, man, get out of here with that Romeo. You're insane. Funny, man. Man, everyone's like busy drawing, getting into it.
Sorry.
That's right. This group draws, man.
Yeah, this is the studio group right here. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We love that extreme, but
Wow, that's an honor. No doubt.
we got Scott finally calmed down enough
I'm good now, bro.
to
I'm
put
good.
coherent sentences together.
Yeah. That's,
Oh Lord.
I'm totally good now.
I mean,
Yep.
seriously,
More talking,
Scott,
less
we had
hyperventilating.
Manny pretty worried. I mean, not Manny, Eddie.
Who can mail the sunshine? Thank you with love.
Anthony Newley, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, though, I'm going to have to order some new nibs for these pens. I'm wearing these pens out rapidly.
Is that what you do? Is that the real Copic multi-liner?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got them for Christmas, and the 01 nib is shot. I mean, it's almost like a dry brush now because I draw a line and I get 2 lines with it. So,
Oh
yeah, it's time. That's a good size too, so I hate being without it.
So what you change what ink do you refill that with?
Well, I mean, I haven't refilled them yet, so I'll probably
What
just.
ink can you do? And you haven't refilled it yet?
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. Well, some of the earlier stuff I was doing between now and Christmas, I was using, the Pigmas and some of the Pitt artist pens.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm using these pretty much exclusively. And I know they make the refills, that you just snap in. So I'll probably, get some of those. Although there was one that was running dry. And so I tried, opening it up and just dropping in. Let's see, do I have it? Some of the Kohinoor Ultra Draw.
Yep.
Just dropping a few drops in there. I used to use those rapidographs a lot. Ooh, but they were a bear to clean.
Yeah, that's how I started with rapidographs, and you're right. I mean, outside of the cost, because those things are expensive, but they are a bear to clean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Pulling that little filament out and then trying to get it back in without bending it. Ugh.
Nightmare. Yep. That was a nightmare.
Whoa.
There was an artist on the college newspaper when I started working there who used those and said, man, you got to get a set of these. And when I saw, the precise lines he was able to get, I was like, yeah, boy, I got to have that.
Yeah. And then you realize that it costs as much as tuition.
Whoops.
There you go, Manny. A chibi skunk girl for you.
Love it.
Cool.
Yay!
Let me see that. Let's see. Oh, that is so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Definitely, you need to.
Is that Matthew Weldon doing that?
Definitely, you need to scan that.
They bring
Yeah, I'll scan it and send you away.
Man, you're all over the board up there on the Wall of Fame. You know that?
Yeah, I know, man.
The people that gave me fan art, they're going to get something special if they back the book. Okay? So, just keep that in mind.
It's such a tease, man.
It's whoever, you're going to get something special. Okay? When you back the book.
You got my support, buddy. Don't you worry about that.
We already got something special, Manny. We get to hang out with you.
Yeah, no
Oh,
kidding.
wow,
Do
that's
not be
special right
saying
there.
that.
What
I
are you
get to
talking
hang out with you guys.
We should get a rebate if hanging out with Manny is a special price. Okay, I'm
about?
just
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Man, he was quiet for a long time. You knew that was coming.
No, actually, I was muted because Wapo was doing his thing on his stream, directing the questions and making people answer. So I just muted myself, had a conversation with the wife, walked around the house, came back right on time
Did the
for Manny.
laundry.
Yeah, came back on time for Manny to say what he was saying. I was like, yeah. Let me go ahead and hit him with that quick combo and then roll back out again.
Oh Lord.
That's
No
how
chance
brothers
to
do.
respond. No chance to come back.
Wow.
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 You hurt me. Man, you better quit playing. I will back you at the highest tier I could possibly afford. But trying to get him to do the $3,000 Manny comes to your house and delivers the book perfect tier.
That ain't happening.
What tier?
But he's not
Man,
trying to do that.
And a pizza. Skunk girl and a pizza.
But here's the thing, right? He lives in Hawaii. For him to fly anywhere, it's going to be
Oh, that's
expensive.
great. No, can we come to your house? I'll come to
I was
your
going to
house.
say, that's a better idea. Rather than that,
You send
we
me
can
the
fly out
ticket,
because
and
our
I'll
copy.
come to fly where you're at.
Well, look, how about this? If you have the money to spend on the $3,000 tier, just use your $3,000. Go fly and meet Manny.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to take money out of Manny?
You're right. I'm sorry.
I mean,
My bad.
I might do that. I might
I was
fly
just
to
trying to get to Hawaii, but
I might actually fly to Hawaii when the book is out and go pick it up from Manny.
Well, that'd be cool.
I'm like,
I'll
yo,
make sure I take the week off and go have some fun or whatever.
Is that a tier?
It's not a tier, but it's gonna be an ERT special. Heck yeah.
Pablo says a night with Manny tier.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Why not? But Manny's too humble, so he's not gonna do that tier.
Oh, man.
Manny is just too humble of a guy. But if the book comes out around the same time I'm planning on going to Hawaii, because I am planning on going to Hawaii after I come back from Japan.
Cool.
I am definitely gonna check that out if I can.
When are you going to Japan?
I haven't figured it out yet. Within the next couple of months.
Wow. That's awesome.
What part of Japan?
I have no earthly idea yet. I haven't figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Are you going bear hunting?
I am not going bear hunting.
Going to Akihabara with all the otaku shots.
You could meet a bear.
I could meet a bear. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be there in the area I'm gonna be at, but he told me to definitely hit him up, and he'll give me some advice on where to go and not to go.
That's good.
So definitely gonna get with the bear and see what's up. Yeah, I plan on having a little bit of fun. I gotta enjoy my age.
You're lucky.
Yeah, dude.
I was stationed at Okinawa. That was great.
Yeah,
Good times.
that's exactly who's paying for it too.
Travel when you're older, or travel when you're younger. One or the other.
Or travel when it's being paid for by somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's the best time.
That's what I'm traveling on. I'm traveling on to somebody else's dime.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is
I think-
all good.
I think personally, that's what I told my kids. I said, work hard while you're young so you can enjoy your life when you're older. Because when you're young, you really don't know how to appreciate what you're doing, where you're at, and the experiences that it is. But when you're older, you've worked for things and you're established and you go play anywhere, you go anywhere, it's much more of an enjoyable experience,
Yeah.
Not only
You take
that,
advantage of it when you're younger. You don't even think about like what you're experiencing a lot of times.
yeah. So I always told my kids, work hard in your youth, and when you have the money, you can go and enjoy things. When you enjoy them, it's gonna be so much better. I don't know if they paid attention to me. Who knows? Kids never pay attention to the parents.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
The unbreathable skunk girl says she barely sees Manny as is, so she's in for the 3,000. Spend a night with Manny Tier. and
That's word for word right there.
and unbreathable skunk girl, for you and you only, it comes with a foot rub.
Oh,
Whoa.
you hurting me, dude.
So we're gonna need to run a secondary campaign along with Manny's, which is the Get Skunk Girl a Night with Manny GoFundMe.
Oh Lord.
Oh, my.
Unbreathable skunk girl sometimes feels a little left out, a little neglected.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason why she left for a whole month. You know,
What do you mean a whole month? 2 months, dude.
because she wanted Manny to miss her, but Manny wouldn't miss her.
He was too busy.
Yeah, Manny was like, "I'm doing so much great work, honey. Why don't you stay over there for a couple of more months?"
Oh Lord.
And then she was hurt.
My wife is going back to where we moved back in Connecticut, and I'm gonna go up there for a week in 4th of July week, but then I'm flying back, and she's gonna stay up there for the whole month of July. She already knows. She already told me, I know you're not gonna miss me. I know you're gonna be able to get so much more artwork done. There'll be no kids. There won't be me. But then
She's laying it
she
on
goes,
thick.
don't squander it.
Yeah.
And she kissed you and said, I love you, bye.
I'm out of here. See you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's my wife. Never mind.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Sorry, Manny. I couldn't say. I had to take advantage of that statement when it's out there. You know me.
Thank you, E.
You know how I do, man.
I know how you do.
Because I love you. Because I love you, brother. If I didn't love you, it wouldn't matter.
That's awesome.
Uh,
Love is awesome.
Loving Manny, it's a bitter pill. You think that loving Manny would be a sweet thing in life, but it's bitter, man. It's a hard thing. It's tough,
I don't know.
But someone's got to do it because Manny doesn't function. He's a diva. I've told you that.
Lord. Here we go again.
And if he doesn't have that, he doesn't function properly.
Here we go again.
Manny, what are we supposed to believe about that, man? Come on.
You heard it for yourself yesterday. Oh, come on, man. If I was making it up, I'd be like,
How was I a diva yesterday?
I would make it up, but hey, you have to watch yesterday's streams to find out.
I was in yesterday's stream.
But obviously, you weren't paying attention.
I don't remember me being a diva.
I think I do recall the moment.
He's telling the audience to go watch the stream from
Yeah,
yesterday.
they have to. They have to. Lady Celtic Moon says, you guys are wife bashing. You know you can't live without them. You know it. We're not wife bashing. Actually, we're bashing the artists for neglecting their wives.
Bashing me.
That's what we're doing. We haven't bashed any. No women were hurt in the last 15 minutes of commentary.
No women or children were harmed.
We love the women, and we appreciate what they put up with us.
We love the women.
So we were bashing ourselves
Amen.
for being the non-attentive male counterparts.
Listen.
Worse if you're hated by Manny, says Pablo Romero Art. I know Pablo Romero was banished from Manny's channel for like 3 months.
Wow. Let me just say this. Behind every great man, there stands a woman. Rolling her eyes. It's true.
I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm just thankful for my wife. She puts up with my phony jokes.
Oh,
And I know she acts like they're phony jokes, but I think she does think they're actually funny. But you know our wives won't tell us that.
My wife tells me my jokes are not funny all the time. She has no mercy. but I appreciate honesty and bluntness, so I'm good with it. She has zero mercy on my jokes. It's like you're not funny at all. I'm like, for real? I'm a little funny. Mm-mm. I said, I think you just don't get my humor. Are you sure, man? Because a lot of people laugh. I think they feel pity for you, is what she tells me.
Ouch.
Oh, okay, babe. Thanks.
Yeah, I think the skunk girl's done, Manny.
Cool.
Do you want me to send it to you so you can ink it? Do you want me to do something to it or what?
No, that's DM it.
Like it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry, I'm not looking at it right now because I'm.
Oh, that's cool.
But I can look at it now. Okay, I see feet.
I'll send it to you.
We're gonna make Manny a top-notch inker, one way or another.
Manny's already a top-notch inker, man. That guy is amazing. I have to feed his ego. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh Lord, do I have to bring up my inks?
Screechy scratchy.
I'm gonna bring up my inks right now. You don't think
I told you it was amazing inker.
you think I can't ink E?
I said you can. When did I say he couldn't?
I know. I'm joking. I heard you say it. I know.
Diva,
Yeah,
man.
but you know you can't joke like that with E. He's slow, man. You got to talk slow.
Freaking diva, man.
Oh Lord.
It's a diva.
Oh wow!
You guys banging on my guest moderator like that? That's my brother, fellas.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because when I hire Trusty to do that piece for me, he's gonna be my employee.
That's right. Oh
So
no.
you catch all the hell. Don't worry about it, Trusty. That's why I let you. That's why I just glossed over your comment and left it alone.
It's like, yeah, that looks good. Show me a few more concept sketches. Show me like 12 more concept sketches first.
Yeah.
There's my inks, E or T's.
What? That's trash. Trash. Throw it away. Start
That's
all
trash.
over.
That inking job was trash.
It's trash. Start again. You do better.
Horrible.
Why you giving me your subpar stuff, Manny?
My subpar stuff. You know what the coolest part about this is his buildings? He does not use a ruler on his building.
I know.
That's all organic lines.
I know. Freaking Jim Lee kills me.
That darn buildings took me a whole damn day to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Manny.
Wow. Nice.
Pablo Romero says trash.
Trash?
That's what Pablo said. I didn't say it.
Yeah, Pablo Romero did not say that. Pablo Romero said Manny can't ink.
Well, look underneath the one that says Mannequin Ink.
Yeah, he said trash to what you were saying about me.
No, he said trash about you.
No, he
said,
did not. Pablo loved me.
He said Manuel Correa es basura.
Oh.
Basura con la tinta. That's what he said. I don't know what that means in English. I'm sorry.
Basura means garbage.
That
No habla español.
I don't know what that means in English.
That's
How
what
to
it
Google
means.
translate that?
It means-
I don't get it either.
Ay.
Why Pablo's laughing? Nah, man. I always said Manny's amazing, man. And another amazing guy that doesn't talk at all but does some great work is Josh Chris Arts, and is probably over there doing some wonderful Copic coloring, and we're just missing out.
I know.
That is the Copic Kid.
Copic Kid.
Mr. Josh.
Yeah, no Copic.
No Copics today?
I'm doing some line work for commission that I haven't gotten around to.
When I box Josh for a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Is that
Why does it sound like you're saying they're a fountain?
who is that? I thought I knew who that was.
That's Dawnstar from
Dawnstar.
There you go.
Yeah.
From the Legion of Superheroes.
Yep.
Nice. I used to love that book.
Yeah, me too. I was a big Legion fan. I miss them. They haven't used them in a while.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know Josh?
That was before I didn't know much about DC.
Yeah, if y'all don't know much about Josh, y'all need to check him out. He's always with us, with Manny and I. But he's also got his own channel, which eventually we got to get back on track.
Right.
Nice work, Josh.
Thanks.
Is DC even publishing anything with the Legion these days?
No, they're totally ignored.
Yeah, everything is basically Justice League, Teen Titans. They're trying. I guess they're replacing the New Age of Heroes with the Wonder Years.
I read somewhere today that Vertigo is going to be closed down.
Vertigo is done.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Did anybody even pay attention to those guys?
No.
The stories were not what people wanted.
Yeah.
Not old Vertigo, that's for sure. No, they haven't done anything with the Legion forever. I think 52 might have been the last Legion stuff.
I missed that stuff. I remember all the Superboy stories, all the Brainiac stories, the Matter Eater lad stories, Bouncing Boy.
Matter Eater lad. Cool.
Yeah.
I read it. I never read much of the Legion, but I did read it for a while when Adam Hughes was working on it for a little bit. Then he was doing covers, and it was like Philip and Jeffrey Moy, I think, were working on it. It was good stuff.
Paulo Romero says, Copic man. Don't mind me. I like I say, I interact with the chat and try to keep things flowing. I apologize that I muted myself for like an hour earlier, but y'all were doing so good. I just felt like, chilling out for a little bit, seeing how the pros do it.
Right.
Let us see how Squirt does on his own.
No, I mean, I love these guys.
The skunk what was that? The skunk mobile?
Yes, sir.
I like how it has a skunk tail at the trunk.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but that's what it's supposed to be. There's supposed to be ridiculousness to this book.
So does skunk fumes come out of the exhaust pipe?
No, it's just a Mustang Fastback 1970 429 Boss
With a Tesla battery pack and engine.
Hell no. 429.
Oh man, you got something against Elon Musk?
Yep.
I
Love
my Mustangs.
My father-in-law restores Mustangs. That was what he did for a living for a long time.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Cool.
My wife has a 66 coupe.
Nice.
Yep.
The only two things that Ford did was build Mustangs and trucks. Right.
Yeah.
Everything else is garbage.
Well, I think they built the Model A right too. That's what started it all.
Well, is that really about the car, or is that about the process of making the car?
Yes.
Well, the process and making it cheap for everybody to afford a car.
Mustangs are not affordable, man.
Well, I'm talking about the Model A. The Model A was totally
Yeah,
affordable.
he's talking about the assembly line process.
So, all right, speaking of cars, since we're on Ford, so there's a new flick out, Christian Bale, Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Is the name, where they talk about how they have basically 3 months to design a car to beat a Ferrari, an American car.
Is that the Carol Shelby story or something?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It looks interesting. It's definitely a character-led, acted story, No explosions.
Not Michael Bay's is not directing it?
Not this time.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
I'm pretty sure there was some explosions in real life, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, there's cars that flip over because it is a race, but at least that's what they showed.
Yeah, I am a fan of American muscle. I never dig on anybody for having American muscle, even if the Dodge Challengers are built in Mexico. But hey, we got a Mexican heavyweight champion now, so it's all good.
Hey, but they're bought here. They're bought in America. They may make them in Mexico, but they're buying them here.
I just want to make a quick comment that the El Guapo channel, boxing is encouraged. Boxing talk is encouraged. Fighting talk, martial arts
Oh,
talk,
dude, I
MMA
love
talk.
MMA, kung fu. Do you ever watch Pluto? Pluto will stream some kung fu or some Combate America, Bellator, all kinds of Bangkok. I mean,
Wow.
just really good stuff. Muay Thai, all of it on Pluto. Look at some Pluto, dude. It's free. It's great. If you want to watch fights, it's great, dude. And people you never heard of, you know.
It's nice to see we're getting some pretty decent alternatives to YouTube.
Right? Yeah, because I used to just want to just stream YouTube for movies or binge stuff, but
They're-
they ruined that kind of when they did what they did with the wanting people to pay.
Yeah, it's like,
How dare those capitalists make
Oh,
it
that
dollars?
pesky thing called people wanting money.
right.
I mean, you got to think about it. Lady Celtic Moon fell asleep, but you got to think about it, man. Think about the amount of servers that Google requires to host everybody that streams anything, and think about all the petabytes of storage needed to keep everybody's stuff on those servers. So when people get up, and I'm not fighting you or reprimanding or anything like that. But I'm an IT dude, and I think about it. When people get upset about people wanting to make money off of money they're losing to begin with,
I'm not upset.
because that's a lot of money. So servers start out at $10,000.
I'm not
Okay.
upset at people trying to make a living of it.
So imagine the amount of servers needed. A Cisco chassis, which is like the new thing that came out, which is modular and highly adaptable. Them things cost $4.5 million.
Yikes.
And you would need thousands of those chassis in a place like Google to do what they're doing right now with all these videos. So we're talking about millions and millions of dollars for just storage capacity and bandwidth, and not to mention the bandwidth, and not to mention the cooling bills, because those things need to be cooled. So now you got AC, electricity. I mean, I can't fault them. I can't get mad at them for doing what they're doing if it brings revenue to them, because they're losing money hand over fist just with the server maintenance. Even if they go virtual, it's still, that's what kills me when people say the cloud. Well, the cloud just means that you put it on somebody else's hardware. That's all that means. So it's still a physical server somewhere. It's just not on your physical. But it is what it is. I'm off my IT tangent and back into art, because Pablo says, yes, still not paying. But it is what it is. You can't get mad. I never get mad at them. People get mad at me for saying that, but it is what it is, homie. You got to pay to play. And that's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like getting mad at multiple ads before your video comes.
Yeah, that's you can't avoid that, Well, you can avoid it if you go to my videos, because I'm not monetized, so you'll get 0 ads on my channel. There you go.
You should get.
I haven't got any either on my channel, so
you shouldn't have any on mine either, because I'm not monetized. I'm not even near close to being in a position to monetize anything.
Yeah,
we can all be unmonetized together. I'm glad to be here. I can't stress that enough to you.
Manny's channel, on the other hand, he's good dog press. He's famous,
You guys are all famous to me.
And he even gave Stan Lee advice one day.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Come with the stories.
Oh, I got a million of them. None of them are true, but I got a million of them.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
I can spin a tail.
that's fun.
So I have an actual Stan Lee story. I think I think Jim O'Reilly heard this one before, but so I'm at Boston Comic Con. It's about I want to say 3, 4 years ago, and I was staying at the Seaport Inn at the World Trade Center there in Boston, and it was me and a friend of mine named Joe, another friend named Tyler. He's the co-writer and co-creator of the Red Tent, and so we get on the elevator. It's the morning. We're going to go down and have some breakfast. So I inadvertently hit the up button by accident because I had had a couple too many drinks the night before, so I was a little groggy.
Oops.
And so we end up going to the 10th floor. We were on the 8th, and I'm sorry, the 9th floor. And so we're just kind of sitting there chilling. You know, they're kind of like ragging on me because I hit the wrong button and we ended up going up. So in comes this big Indian guy, like freaking Chief Tonto or something, like a legit Indian big dude. Probably had to be about 6'3", probably 220, just a solid dude. And then right next to him was this, little shorter Asian guy, and someone trailing him behind him. So we move over and we each took a corner of the elevator. So they're standing there, and then they move up, and I can hear, we all hear at the same time this voice that says, so what do you think we're going to do today? And we all, me and my buddies, we all stopped and looked at each other. And we were like, is that freaking Stan Lee? So the guys moved up, and there was Stan Lee in the same elevator. And we're just sitting there like the biggest dummies with our mouths hanging open, like it was like seeing God for the first time. I'm like, holy crap. So they go down to the 5th floor or whatever, and they got off or something. And so the elevator door is shut, and we go down to the 1st floor. And the whole ride, we just kind of looked at each other. And so then my friend Joe comes out of nowhere. He goes, what the hell just happened there? Was that Stan Lee? Then we just start cracking up, man. Like, holy cow, that was great. What the heck, man? We freaking shared an elevator ride with Stan Lee. Next thing you know, here comes the elevator. And we're walking to the restaurant, and freaking out comes Stan Lee. Now we're like, holy crap, and we're like, oh, do we go next to him or whatever? No, we're nervous. So we sit down in the restaurant, and so next thing you know, maybe about 10, 15 minutes later, here comes Stan Lee sitting at the table right next to us, right? So we're still looking at each other like, what do we do? What do we say? Do we say anything? And so my buddy Joe was sitting facing the wall, and I'm looking at Stan Lee, but he didn't see that Stan Lee was there right away. So I take my camera out, and I'm like, inconspicuously trying to take pictures. So my friend Joe's thinking, oh yeah, he starts posing, right? And I'm like, Joe, move on. Oh, okay, is this pose good? And I said, no, I'm trying to take a picture. He goes, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm posing. And no, behind you. He looks back and goes, oh, that's Stan Lee again. Oh man, that was a crazy. We never said hi. We never said anything. We were just too scared. But it was pretty nuts.
Wow. Well, when Manny met Stan Lee stopped what he was doing. He went over to Manny's booth, said, hey, I heard you got a concept for this character. Can you tell me about it? And so Manny talked about Skunk Girl. And much to Manny's dismay, Squirrel Girl was born out of that conversation. This is why Manny's not getting his revenge all this time later by doing Skunk Girl saying no squirrels allowed, because he was snubbed by Mr. Lee on his idea. So Manny not only pitched the story once, but Manny met Stan Lee twice and pitched the story 2 times, and it never got anywhere. So Luckily for us, now we get the pleasure and the company of Mr. Mannylicious, because otherwise, he might just not have time for us small guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Thank
the
you,
story.
Manny.
Thank you
Oh my lord.
so
Is
much.
that true, Manny?
Is that is that Trusty with that voice? Mm-mm-mm.
That's pretty good.
It's true in Ortiz's mind.
Hold on, is it not true that you met Stan Lee twice?
3 times.
There you go. So am I lying?
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I didn't meet him. I mean, it's not like I went to a meeting. I just stood in line to get autographs. That's it.
3 times.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
2 times, and the third time was at San Diego Comic Con. I watched the panel. That was it.
So he doesn't say what he said, but I already told you the story, but he won't talk about it.
I've seen him 4 times.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all think I'm still making this story up?
Yeah. We pretty much know you're making the story up.
Coincidence? I think not.
I mean, anybody can meet him. Just stand in line. Well, now you can't, but back in the day when he was alive, just stand in line. You can meet him.
Sure, Mannylicious. Yeah. Say whatever you want to now. He's not alive to refute your story. Take advantage of the man.
Not to mention, we've probably had enough time since his passing that you can get this information out there.
My cat. Quit it.
Oh, we got Lorenzo out there making fun of me, of course. How you doing, Lorenzo?
Yep. And then of course Manny invented comic books and a lot of other things. Says Lorenzo. But
Thank you, Manny.
Hope you're feeling better,
How's
Lorenzo.
it going, Lorenzo?
Lorenzo.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Lorenzo in the house.
Yep.
All right, fellas, we're at 11:45. That's like 2 hours.
Wow.
It went by so quickly.
I know, but you got another 15 minutes because the cutoff
Let's
is
do it.
9.
Let's do it. And then Manny's doing his stream.
I don't think
Oh
so.
my goodness. My cat is Googling, eyeballing a Miller on the ceiling. He's going to be climbing and hanging from the ceiling in a minute.
So E, I just want to let you know, last night during the stream, my son came in and he said, "Dad," I'm like, "What's up, son?" I'm streaming with the guys. He's like, "You got to come to the room." I'm like, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" He goes, "There's a spider in there." Are you serious? My son's like definitely afraid of spiders. Like, whatever. The next thing be, dude, this thing was big. So he had tried to suck it up previously, couldn't get it. So I'm like, all right, no problem. So I went in there and we got this this thing. It looks like a brush, but it's got like a little trigger on it. It opens up the little brushes and you can pick up bugs and stuff like that. So, you know, I couldn't tell how big this thing was, and he's like, "This thing is huge, Dad. It's like at least 6 inches long." I'm like, all right. So I grabbed the thing and I put it in the toilet, flushed it down because I didn't want to crush it.
Right.
And sure enough, that thing, it was probably a good 4 inches wide at the legs.
Holy cow.
That was a big sucker. And he's like, "That's it. I'm not sleeping in the room." I'm like, "It's all right, son. It's just a spider." "I know, but what happens if he laid eggs near the bed?"
That is crazy.
Danger, Will Robinson.
So
That's the point I tell my kid, "No, son, he laid it in your ear while you were sleeping."
Sleeping in your ear now.
That's right.
No, Dad, no. True, son.
I have a spider story, but I don't know if I want to save it or I'm saying it now.
Well, we are on the topic of spiders, Manny.
All right, so first night in country. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the camelback spiders, camel spiders.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, Desert
So,
Shield. There they are.
They're so cute.
the first night in country. Right. We walk into this tent that's been abandoned. This is the tent that they give us. I don't know if I remember I told you the story of how I acquired equipment because we were given a barren tent. Anyway,
Yep.
The other
but this
night.
is the night. This was the night before that. We walk into this tent. The tent is barren. It's got nothing in it. Right now, those spiders look like sand. Like they blend into sand like perfectly, like crazy. So I lean up against this what do you call it? Plywood. I lean up against plywood, so we can do that evening's briefing. And all of a sudden, I see 6 sets of eyes just get really big, right? And Simon Ortiz, don't move. Now, anybody knows that if you tell someone not to move and your eyes are that big, I'm gonna move. Like I'm not about to become anything's dinner, right? So I move, and this thing, as I moved, this thing had started jumping to jump on me, and it was falling down, so it hits the floor. It misses me and hits the floor, right? Then my squad, big manly man that they are, they turned straight into ladies and jumped on the, jumped on the bunk and started screaming.
Oh my gosh.
So the thing is huge, right? So one of my soldiers, he's a tall dude, so he's got like a size 12 boot, right? So I grab his boot. I'm like, man, this should be easy work, man. This is a size 12 boot with some heft. We're not one of us is not making it out of this tent tonight. Either I'm not making it out of the tent because you already tried to kill me, or you're not making it out of the tent tonight. So that's number one, right? So I'm chasing this big, fast spider around a small tent area, right? And I hit it with a boot, right? And I'm thinking this is a done deal, right? This spider does like a little miniature push-up. He like get all you got, and boom, just takes off running again, right? I'm like, oh hell no, we're not doing this. So I finally cornered again. I hit it with the boot a little bit harder, actually a lot harder. But the spider is just, he got up. It got up again. I'm like, no, dude, you ain't got nothing. I'm like, I kill camels for a living. What are you gonna do, right? So I finally decided, I'm gonna turn the boot sideways so I can hit it with the corner of the heel. Right? So I finally catch it and I hit it with the side of the boot and it splats, right? And so that was my first night in country. And the soldiers, my brave soldiers, were standing still on their bunks in shock. I'm like, look, it's over with. Here's your boot back. Let's go to sleep. But that was my first encounter.
Nice.
The unkillable spiderling.
That thing was ridiculous, man. No, I couldn't catch it. I couldn't catch it that way, Eagle 43. I could not catch it. I have boots on and I couldn't stomp on it. I was like literally lunging at it so I could hit it because they are huge. They are fast. When I say fast, I mean fast. Them poor soldiers, I think they were traumatized. I think they didn't go to sleep that night.
Yeah.
I don't think I would either.
We all gotta sleep. We gotta do other stuff in the morning. Spider's dead. Threat is over. Go to sleep. But they didn't sleep. I slept. They didn't sleep. I was like, I can't believe y'all were gonna let me get eaten by a spider though. Like, that's messed up.
Well, you're one of the few Army guys that stood up strong.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you, if the Marines would have did their job and cleared the base, I'm just kidding.
I know.
No, man. Oh, that whole deployment was crazy. But I'll talk about it another night. I got stories about being dropped into forest fires. I can tell you about those later. I did a lot in the army. I'm pretty surprised that I'm still alive, to be honest with you. Um, the Lord must have been looking out for me because I got dropped into some craziness that I've never seen a lot of other soldiers get dropped into, and it's just ridiculous. I tracked tornadoes on one of my tours. Like I was in Kansas and when a tornado struck, and we actually had to track tornado and give assistance to the civilians. I tracked the tornado. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like who does that?
Like what could you do against a tornado?
Nothing. But that's what I'm saying. I got sent to do some crazy junk. Like who gets sent to that? And then I was in Turkey and we got hit with a microburst. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Oh yeah.
That was a fun night.
For those in the chat, Amy, could you explain what that is?
A microburst?
Yeah.
The best I can explain it is like a hurricane coming out of nowhere. And it just a sudden it's like I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. I could have said it's like a tornado spawning out of nowhere, but it's a storm. It just comes and it goes.
Yeah, it's just sudden and intense.
But it is super intense.
But it takes down trees and knocks over fences.
And that's what I was about to tell you. It knocked down the whole camp was knocked down flat. All the tents, my equipment got blown away at least 2.5 miles from the campsite. It was crazy. Rain came in tents. It was ridiculous, man. I've never seen anything like that, experienced anything like that in my life. That night was one of the most hectic nights in my life. And
that sounds pretty crazy.
So we made it, it was great because I was an old commo head, so my job was to restore communications for the field hospital because there was a lot of injuries, and they needed to communicate with the field ambulances, and I couldn't do that. So I managed to salvage some of my antenna equipment from my comms van, and impromptu some radio equipment and some antennas. Got that going. It was a great night, man. Yeah, no, yeah, those people that do that for fun, Celtic Moon, they're crazy.
What, chase tornadoes?
Yes.
I've chased 13 tornadoes.
Well, that you're not a stable person, so thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, no, I there was we actually got certified as storm chasers for a little bit, me and my father. And
Really? That's pretty cool.
We chased several tornadoes.
Interesting.
And so we would call them into the meteorology in the area and report what we were saying and what roads they were on and letting them know, hey, it's going in this direction and, just give an update.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I had a lot of stories, but it is almost 9:00, and it's almost time for me to jump off.
All right.
Like I was given the friendly, the 5-minute warning by the spousal unit.
Gotcha.
Well, I want to thank everyone for hopping in. We got about 4 minutes left, so let me just go one by one and just have everyone talk a little bit about where they can be reached, where they can be found, and so we're going to start with. Oh, wait a second, Caesar, get to the right place. Don't be dumb. I should let Manny do this since he's the pro. All right, here we go. We're going to start with Adrian. All right, Adrian. Fire away.
All right. My name is Adrian T2099 on Twitter. I can be found on Good Dog Press, usually. And I go to Pope Fires at the Altar streams on Saturdays. And I pop up in Ortiz's channel and evidently now El Guapo's. So
nice. Greatly appreciate it. All right, let me go over here to Trusty.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at TrustySidekick3, on Instagram at TrustySidekickArt, and Mondays and Fridays often on Good Dog Press, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, E Ortiz, and now, hopefully, on El Guapo.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's go to Shinobi. Shinobi.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Tanuki Clan, Twitter at at Ronin Raccoon. I between Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm usually on E Ortiz's channel, and apparently now, with any luck with this one, I do have a channel of my own where I'm doing drawing streams, and currently with that, I'm brainstorming new ideas for that.
All right, awesome. And let's go over to Scott. Scott, thank you for sticking with us, buddy. I know you wanted to bail out, but you know, being El Guapo and being in El Guapo Studios is all about making things beautiful, and we appreciate you uh, joining the chat. So why don't you give us a little bit of information on how we can contact you?
Yeah, you can catch. I have a. Hi. You see my face. You can find me on Facebook or Twitter at Scott Shimmer on Twitter and Scott L. Shimmer on Facebook or Scott Shimmer on YouTube. I have some streams. I just draw and chat myself because But yeah, come see me. Yeah, over there. I'm thinking about gonna do Indiegogo sometime, maybe this year, maybe beginning of next year. I'm not sure yet. I'm just working on things. But yeah, I'd be happy to hear from you.
Awesome.
I can't believe you brought me on even now. This is just so
Hey
great.
Scott, it's all good, brother. Thank you for joining us. All right, now let's head on over to Josh. Josh, that really is looking tight, man.
Thanks.
All right, so go ahead, give us a little bit shout out about how we can hook up with you and that sort of thing.
I'm Josh Chris Hart. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Smoke signal, carrier pigeon, small midgets, whatever.
All right, so let me thanks for that. Thanks for joining us today. That was awesome. I had a good time. All right, let's go over to Jim, my buddy Jim O'Reilly. Oh, Jim. That's
Hey.
magnificent, brother.
How you doing? Thank you. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all under my name, Jim O'Reilly. Come see me. I sometimes do live streams on Facebook. Eventually, I'll get the YouTube count up a little bit more.
Nice. And I'm going to Manny, a good dog. I'm going to give Manny a couple extra moments here. So, Manny, why don't you give us a quick rundown, especially with this beautiful banner that you're showing us here.
Yes, it is a very beautiful banner with, of course, the artwork of El Guapo and the artwork of Pablo Romero. I hope you guys didn't mind that I put you guys on the video. Give you guys a little shout out. Make sure everybody can see you guys' artwork.
I love it, man.
Yeah. So it's only 4 weeks away, people. It's coming that fast. It's crazy.
Wow.
4 weeks away, 28 more days, and we will be launching the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. So go check out that teaser trailer that I just put up last night. It's a remaster of the original teaser trailer, and they're cute. They're fluffy little squirrels. We actually have a squirrel named. You can actually see the name on the tail if you look real closely. Go. Let's stop that and go blow it up, and you'll see who that person is. And yeah, thank you for having me here. And you guys can always find me either on ERTs. Now we're going to be on El Guapo also, which is awesome. And of course, Good Dog Press Monday and Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Hey, man, I'm really excited about your Indiegogo. I'm hoping that goes really great for you. All right.
It's exciting and scary at the same time.
Amen to that. Yeah, I hear you. All right. So last but certainly not least, my twin brother, my younger brother, the indomitable E. Ortiz. Take us away, brother.
Well, my name, of course, is E Ortiz. I can be found as colorblind_E on Twitter and E Ortiz Arts on Instagram and Facebook. Of course, my YouTube channel is also E Ortiz. I want to thank our gracious host, Mr. El Guapo, for allowing us to share some of his valuable time and allowing us to share some of his stories and, of course, some of the wonderful instructional stuff that he put out on different subjects. It's a great honor and a pleasure that we were able to support your stream, as you have so kindly supported our streams in the past. So we hope that we can continue to collaborate and make this a great art stream.
Amen
I
to
hope y'all
that.
have a good evening. God bless and good night.
Right. Thanks a lot. Peace
Thank
out,
you.
guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.